He almost was. They lost 2 players, and so fortunately, though, they do win in the end, and they keep the AWP, which is the big thing here. Now it's going to be the gun round. No, it wasn't. Sorry, that was a force buy from Too Easy, and so it has to be a full eco right now for Too Easy.
I thought they might have had enough money to actually buy up once again, because they only had the 1 leagues a while ago, but maybe it was just not enough. So
You don't have sound. I confirmed it.
Yeah, they're gonna start to. Oh, hang on.
Okay, I think we got it fixed now. So apologies, guys. I think our sound was getting wonky, but should be all right now. And now we go into the game yet again. We are here, and 2-1 is the scoreline. Nice headshot from SK WoW to open up the round. The Deagles have proved lethal this far. Oh, and that's a second Deag. Beautiful pick up an AWP here. Okina 1 brings it back, but the AWP drops in the end. P250 in the hands of Axel Blaze, and he has 2 scalps to find.
This is where it seems to be. It should be a problematic thing. Let's see if Axel Blaze is going to be able to make this happen. There is a nice little angle there from the one at the top that is going to be Thames, if I'm not mistaken. Axel Blaze with a pip to 50 in hand. I don't think he's going to be able to make anything work out. Pick up the AWP. And just to finish off, Illustrator, what I was saying there. This has been, I would say, pretty close. Because even though we are looking at through on scoreline, Too Easy Gaming, with how they've been playing with these rush strats, it seems to be working. It's catching off 5entry off guard, but if they keep doing the same thing over and over again, even if they go for this buy round, there might be in for a rude awakening here, because I feel like Anime with this AWP, he's just waiting to find some angles to really pop off with this weapon. You can immediately see he was playing on, I think, window a while ago, but now immediately goes in to ticket booth just to get that quick peek onto A main. If somebody pushes out there, that AWP is quick to punish.
Good control now being pushed out. Good flash for his team, but gets traded off. Axel Blaze looking to capitalize on it from underpass. Don't think he'll be able to find anyone because defense has already backed off. Laparasu just gets SK WoW off angle, off timing, and that's going to be a 2v4. Looking like another round here for 5entry. They seem to have figured out how Too Easy plays. They have a good grasp on how they approach the rounds here, and at this point, honestly, I think Too Easy, they're getting a little bit red right now. Sure, they're winning aim duels here and there, but they need to have these clean, decisive rounds. Maybe an execute towards A, because the mid presence just didn't work out for them.
Like I told you, these aggressive stances for Too Easy Gaming, it's kind of like their double-edged sword. It's the thing that makes them the most dangerous, but when they slow down, 5entry seems to have a better grasp of the situation coming in from the CT side. Although Axel Blaze, he was able to play all the way around, and if he does not get that connection onto Anime, oh boy, that could be something else. Laprasu is going to be coming out here from Palace, but of course, Axel Blaze was prepared, baiting in that C4 to get planted down, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going to be biting off what I said there as Too Easy Gaming. They're doing it once again.
Molotovs, and the nade actually does a lot of damage here. Their position is compromised though, so they'll have to do well, and well they do, as Spawn Too Easy gets another headshot. Crossfire set up, no way they can break through the site. Spots the shoulder, trying to get through here. L-Thames, he's found one, running out of time, has to smoke the bomb. Will spray through it and taps it. He might just get it here. Oh, it just runs out. He barely has it, almost had it rather, but in the end, Axel Blaze gets the spray through the smoke.
That was so good from Axel Blaze. He only had like 2 angles there to shoot from, slightly to the left or slightly to the right, and he was just balancing out his bullets before he just randomly sprayed. Because that's sometimes that I think an intermediate or a new player or even a pro player might do. To the panic of it all, he just like randomly sprays and doesn't work out. But Axel Blaze seems to have a nice little understanding of that clutch scenario, and I wonder what was going on through their heads there, the baits and everything. But that was really, really good from Too Easy Gaming. Now it looks like the setup for the A site will be inevitable as the smokes and everything is being set up already. Throws it out. What's going to be the first contact is Items on that 1 league. Actually, everybody for 5entry is on the upgraded pistol.
Not so sure about that Molotov. A little bit curious to me, but Anime going for the Deegs through the smoke. Not gonna find anything. A little bit of damage. Umpcar is down to 6. And on the back of that play, they go and push CT. I like that control. I like that they go push CT because they know they need more map control. But the flank coming, double flank, one from Palace, one from A main, already coming in, but the taps suffice. And the rifles prevail in the end, leaving Laparasu the only man left standing with the deagle in his hands.
Well, can always just run away or make it expensive, or even try to go for a sneaky little defuse here. Somebody is looking at the spawn, and what a shot from Laparasu. Or I think you have to make it like sound like Laprasu, like, you know, it's the Pokemon.
Yeah, Laprasu. Okay.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, because it seems like every name that we have for the 5entry squad is ingrained in, I think, gaming or anime culture. Because I mean, one of them has the name anime.
Okinawa-kun.
Maybe because it's Okinawa. Daiki. Yeah. What? I remember like there was let me see. Daiki anime.
I mean items though, it's just items though.
Daiki Aomine from Kuroko no Basket?
I think so. I haven't seen that. Well,
oh, you haven't? You should.
No. Okay, noted
it's
here.
Not bad.
B okay. B split, 4 players pushing towards it. Nice molly to force out Daiki. Misses the shot on the deagle, but items does not. Gets a good connection towards the head. Able to take out spawn. Now, it will get planted for short. Nobody else is short, unfortunately, so we will have to do, but good D kill to find right there. 3v4 retake, doable situation. Okinawa-kun picks up a gun, and that's a big gun to find. It's an AK, and he does have armor on the back of it, so it is still possible.
Quick shot from Paradox there. You know where items is. I gotta look to your right, buddy. And it seems like Too Easy Gaming here definitely have set the pace. I was a bit curious. I was actually a bit cautious and of what would happen if Too Easy Gaming's style of aggression would not pan out for them. But it seems like they are making it work for 5entry. Even though 5entry can go for these refrags and whatnot, it's still not really enough, because at the end of the day, Too Easy Gaming are always able to plant down that C4, get the control onto the site, and even if they lose a couple here and there, they still have enough clutching power to be able to finish off these rounds, and it's working out so well. And this has happened like a couple of times already here, Elu. They know that someone is at the back of ticket booth there, and just to finish off, they've been giving away the A site every single time. They don't really contest it with any of their nades, and it's resulted to this.
And Too Easy Gaming, once they take A, they don't stop. They always take CT on top of it. So it's very difficult to... Because if you're playing for retake, you need to hold on to CT, but they're losing it. And so that's really a big problem for 5entry. I'm okay with them, you know, playing for retake. But if they lose so many players on A main, they lose a lot of map control. They lose CT spawn, you know, especially ticket booth area. They just can't do anything. The retake's too difficult. And so I'd like to see 5entry actually hold tighter onto site. Maybe commit 3 bodies onto A. Because right now, their A, like you said, man, it's just given away for free.
It's not bad to give away the site, especially if you feel like you're just going to lose bodies, you're going to lose utility and whatnot. But the big problem, I think, right now is 5entry can't get back into the site. Because Too Easy Gaming, they're greedy.
Yeah, they take
spawn. I'm not exactly. I'm not saying that being greedy is bad, right? It's actually a good thing for them because they're taking the spawn and they're getting the kills. Because I don't think 5entry is expecting it. And they're just losing members left and right when they're trying to just approach the site. And exactly that. Their greediness is what's allowing them to really just dominate this game. They dominate the start of this half. And I know, again, greed might not be the best word for it, but it seems like it's working out well for them.
I mean, like we said at the very start, Too Easy Gaming, they're playing true to the engine style of CS. They really like to go gung-ho. I mean, it's almost like smeaging. I don't know if I can say that.
I think you can, but I don't think people will understand the term unless they play the other games.
Yeah, play other titles. Yeah, but it's kind of like that, where they go all gung-ho and take as much map control as they possibly can. 5entry, they're playing very conservative. They're playing very passive. It's not working out. And like I said, I think if there's going to be a remedy to that, have players play close towards A, maybe commit 3 bodies towards A, or just give it up completely, but make sure that you hold ticket. Make sure that you hold CT spawn.
That's where it's going to be, I think, a bit difficult here, unless that tactical pause did give them some time to understand what they have to do. Now look at the nades being thrown out. Now look at the proactiveness from 5entry here. They know that the A site's defend has been atrocious, but 2Easy Gaming, I think with the tactical pause that we saw, they were already betting that their opponents were going to go all in on the A side, and look where they are. Look at that. And I think, oh no, Leprasu, oh, he was able to sneak through. Nice little head tap. Needs to connect second one, but it's not going to happen in the end. And the other one's coming into the site like flies to a pie. We'll see if that pie is going to give its sweet little baked goodness to the defenders. And it seems like 2Easy Gaming, they're not going to allow that just yet.
No, not at all. They're getting locked out of the kitchen, quite literally. And they're allowed to get that far until they get mowed down individually by just 2Easy Gaming. The hold is strong, and the post plant is even better. You know, like I said, it was a good read. They know that their A was weak. They committed four players onto it, sure. But 2Easy Gaming, the whole game, they've only had 2 strats. It's a B split with 4 men going B short, or it's an A hit, and it works. Fine. If it doesn't work, don't fix it. And now they're going forward again. See, I'm telling you, they have 2 strats.
I mean, if they charge right in, they're going to charge to the flames and Leprasu playing a much more forward angle. Anime here, he's going to be playing with the AWP straight up. Flash in, like the pop flash, running away, but of course Okinawa is there to pick up the scraps. They're trade right in, and oh my goodness, almost gets taken out as that C4 was about to get planted down. Everybody else here from 2Easy Gaming, the last 3 is onto the middle of the side, but I don't think that's going to matter anymore as SK, wow, beautiful spray transition there. One jumping up on ticket, and Anime, he's on an op, but he's getting hounded down. He's got to back away here because SK Wow is right behind him, and he's going to be, boom, out for the count.
Okay, so that strat was a little bit different. They didn't just hit A. They actually went 4 palace and did a little bit of a quasi waterfall. So I like that play. They kind of changed up how they attack A. And it just goes to show that there's actually some variation in how they've actually structured their attack now. However, it is 73, and remember, this is still a CT-sided map. So 5entry, they have to figure out something. It's getting into dangerous territory. They have deagles, they have pistols, but they've only really won 1 eco round. They've done it before, but look at how good 2Easy reads. They're just going to the right side at the right time. They go to A when there's no one there. The only person holding on to A had a USP, for God's sakes, and that's going to be the easiest plant of their lives.
This type of play can only be possible if you got the confidence as well as the bravado to take the sights, and as well as a little bit of understanding where your opponents might be positioned at. Because even though it seems like their smokes are, or they're just rushing into the site, they have certain smoke plays here and flash plays that allow them to get these crucial positionings on the particular part of the site there. And it's really allowed them to just be this aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, SK Wow, he was just dancing, playing, putting the beat for items, and he couldn't step up to the plate. He could not get up and stomp the yard to counter out his opponent there, and that's going to be 2Easy Gaming, 8-3. This is definitely turn on to their heads, because 5entry, they got, what was it, like 3 straight rounds?
Yeah.
And 2Easy Gaming just flipped it up, especially when they got that first buy up. They just did not let go.
They did not indeed, and let's see if they can make the right read this time. They're looking like they're finally deciding to go somewhere else, and they've been making, I think, mistakes in terms of the defensive read. So what can they do now? And the solution, aggressive peek with an off. Well played right now, gets a tag as well onto the foot, not able to get the kill, but so far so good for Okinawa when the offer on the Japanese squad. They're going to make that full rotation despite not really forcing anyone off of it. And there's still going to be a really strong defensive side holding on towards A, even if they make that rotation in.
Can they keep the ball rolling here? They've lost a couple already. It's going to be Spawn Too Easy, who is down to 9 HP. He's going to be probably the forward thinker here. He's going to be on the prowl. Okinawa-kun, they have no chance of a mid control. That's why you're seeing him kind of just look left and right. But I do like the timing on his smoke. That's going to stop the attackers or the T here from just charging right in. Do they have a couple more set utilities? They do have about a bunch of Molotovs and nades, or sorry, flashes, but just one smoke to blot out some vision. There's 3 people here, so this could be bad, especially when they don't have any control in Palace. Here we go.
That's dangerous, and they still have to deal with a Palace player and the Stairs player. And they're just not going to be able to do either of those things. Sure, they get one. And at the end of the day, though, the double op setup now getting picked up here for 5entry. This could be the in that they need to get back towards the game. Leaving SK Wow. And he's going to get the frag pretty convincingly, Laprasu. So double up setup now available. Yeah, for 5entry. There we go. That's what we've been waiting for. Double up.
Double up. Maybe this is what they need. A double op setup so that you put one on each site, and that's just basically it. Because it seems like Too Easy Gaming from that last round, you're just looking from that last round, they tend to lose that momentum quick if you can stop it from bleeding. It's like, you know how the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. So if you prevent them from getting into the site, you don't even have to cure the site away from all these Ts coming in, right? The T virus, if you think about it.
Yeah, no, they don't want to turn into zombies just yet. Although I personally am turning into a little bit of a zombie. It's kind of late in the day, but I'm being kept alive by the excitingness of this tournament. This really good CS game here, 8-4, and it's very much in the distance of closing out the gap.
Now they've gone away through connector here. Daiki is in a really tight situation because everybody's just going to be there, and this Molotov is going to cook him up, and an Omkar serves him to a plate, sizzling as it can be. And the teams, once again, Too Easy Gaming get the site. Oh, nice little flush there, but the quick rotation, a quick adjustment from Paradox. And Spawn, knowing the positioning of the one that he was looking at, beautiful. Laprasu as well as Okinawa-kun, they've got their work cut out for him. They're going to come in from both angles here. And SK Wow spotting out Okinawa on that transition, and Laprasu, can he use his waterworks to be able to retake this site? Op is there. He was trying to pre-fire the angle, but he just could not hit the connections that he needed to. And once again, Too Easy Gaming come out on top.
Yeah, and what a play right there from Laprasu. He does well for the meantime, but just not well enough for him to win the round, though. And we go into a 9-4 scoreline, getting closer and closer to halftime in this best of 3. Too Easy Gaming, this is more than enough. This is more than enough for the T side. They'll be happy to take these rounds and put them in the bag or on the bank, invest in GameStop, and then just be happy with it. And it's a good read right now. For the first time, I think a good defensive read here for 5entry. Too Easy Gaming will be going ahead and pushing it. That's going to be a nice refrag there for Daiki with the MP9. Trying to dash into the site. Eltems to get into it. He gets that spray down perfectly, leaving SK Wow all alone with the operator in a clutch.
Well, I don't think can he even pick up an AK here. He's being corralled already. Chase right down, but SK Wow will not be contained, will not be tied down. I mean, who wants to get tied down, right? I mean,
some people.
Specifically, if it's a physical tie down, like you're being tied down to some place. I mean, maybe some people would like that, but maybe also me, but probably.
Look, man, I'm not gonna judge you, especially at this time of night. So yeah, more power to you, my friend. Okay, well, before we get deeper into 50 Shades of Grey, 5entry still at 5, so they're okay. If they can get one more, if they can get this round, they'll be good. If they can get this round and make another good read on the defensive side, they'll be happy. Kind of.
Still have the money to buy anyway, so it's fine for them. The one who's really in trouble, actually both teams are actually in trouble. Whoever loses this round will definitely be in a weird location, but you gotta get away from there. The banging power of the AWP is better than my banging power. So you got to be careful about that one. Wow, second kill already. Okay, let's see if he's gonna get a third. He's vibing right now. He's cracked. Okay, he's not done just yet. Show me where the others are, and I'll hit the shot that it needs to be. Items is the one to remain, but Spawn too easy. He's gonna be a bit of a spoil here and just get that kill from SKY, who just basically entry fragged the site with an AWP. Who does that?
That's a set of gross shots that we just saw. Those were very nice op shots that really sealed the deal, really locked in that round for 2Easy Gaming here. And that leaves, honestly, 5entry at a big deficit. So the Indian squad doing great. 5entry, however, you know, they're not doing so well. They're on 10-5 and they're going to a pistol. And like we said, T-side, man, on Mirage, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. You have to be hyper coordinated for it. But fortunately, the Japanese squad, they've been looking fairly disciplined and coordinated, as is typical of the Japanese playstyle. So maybe we'll see that shine here on their offensive side.
Pop. Shots coming out from Spawn, and he lines it up, leaving it onto the hands of the one there. And I mean, sandwich caught, unfortunate, and I believe we made a mistake. One bit of mistake here, Ilu. We have spoken the forbidden word. We have called the AWP the other sniper.
Oh no! Did we?
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's happened.
Did I do it or did you do it?
It could be either one of us. Our brains are too synced already for that stuff, man. Anyways, 5-11. Back to the ball at hand, and 2Easy Gaming definitely have such a grasp into this one. And it seems like 5entry just could not find their groove. I like how they set up around here, but it's still not enough because 2Easy Gaming, they're, for lack of a better term, they're just better at just dueling. That's about it, from what I could tell.
You know what? I'm gonna just keep calling it the operator.
Just the AWP, man.
I know. I just want to get on the nerves of people in chat.
AWP means average wholesale price.
Wow. I did not know that. I now have learned something today that I did not expect to learn. Thank you, Asarai Gaming, for not only being entertaining but also educational. Yeah, this has made my evening. Okay.
Did you know that Oasis, the thing that, like that mini island on deserts, the way that it's able to grow in such a vast landscape of nothingness is that there is like some sort of pressure from underneath the ground that pushes fresh water from the earth to create like a puddle or a lake or a pool, which creates the oasis. And then, of course, with the water there, plants can grow. So that's how oases are.
And that's how Mirage came to be. Because it is in a desert.
That is true.
And desert cities usually come from oases. What is the plural form of an oasis? Is it oases?
Oasis?
Oasi? That's a question for you guys in chat.
I hope this isn't an oasis of time.
Oh. Well, there we go. We're in a pardon us. We are in a little bit of a quagmire as.
Don't forget, guys. If you have any complaints, do follow me on my handles at @AstraGame.
Right.
Easy.
Amazing.
That's how you get like followers.
That's how you tap into the natural Karens of people. And if you want to speak to our manager, please follow us on Twitter.
We don't actually have a manager.
Not. We are the manager.
Yeah, we are the manager now.
We are the manager. I am asserting my dominance by saying I'm the manager. But before we get a little bit off topic, we are in a pause. Okay, so we do have some leeway to just chill out, guys. How are you guys feeling in chat here? Let us know in the comment section. Not like we're reading it, but we will maybe as we get another timeout. So that's 2 timeouts in a row that has been called. I think something is going on. There must be a technical issue here.
I think there is. So all we can do right now is chill for the moment. I believe if anybody is also wondering, let me just pull it up right now. What was it again? It was so our next series that we're watching is gonna be from the Singaporean and Bangladesh regions. It's
Yeah.
Huatsai from Singapore and Red Vipers from Bangladesh. If
This is
I
gonna be
am
good.
not mistaken.
Yeah. I want to cast the Watsai game because Watsai is good. Watsai is really good.
I mean, we got hired to cast anyway, so we're gonna do that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I do it, but I'm gonna check with production and see what's up. We're kind of having a little bit of a tech pause, so bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're kind of just hanging out. Welcome to the new Aces ROG podcast, the Pause podcast, by the way. Yeah. Where we just hang out.
5 more rounds before Too Easy Gaming pushed us into the next map already, which is going to be Dust 2. And kind of interestingly enough, well, not really too interesting, is it was 5entry that picked up this particular Mirage map, and usually that's not the best metric to know that if you're losing or winning a series, but I think mentally it just puts a bit of pressure on you because you're like, yeah, we kind of donked up a bit here, and now losing Mirage, which is the map that we kind of initially set up for ourselves, not looking too well there.
Yeah,
it's kind of concerning. In any case, though, still on to the pause. Oh, actually, it got unpaused.
Yeah,
it was Too Easy Gaming that called for it, but now we'll see what happens here. Unless they are on just the pistols, no upgrades.
Here's the thing: like everybody knows how to play Mirage, everybody knows how to play Dust 2. So
sure, that's true.
5entry, even if they do lose Mirage, I'm sure they know how to play Dust 2. It's just a matter really of how much they've prepared for against Too Easy Gaming, which is definitely difficult. As we go into another pause here, it's definitely difficult because you can't. It's hard to research the other regions. It's hard to research the other teams because there's not always that much information, and especially if you don't get to scrim each other against each other a lot. It's going to be very difficult to execute. So it's just going to come down to really, I think, who plays their game the best, especially on a map like Dust 2.
I agree to that. Okay, so it seems like we are just going to call on that timeout for the moment. Too Easy Gaming having some issues here. And going back to what you said, Lulu, about not having too much information. This is why it's perfect always to have like ROG Masters happen every year for CSGO, because it gives us something to look forward to internationally. Usually what we'd probably have is just local tournaments here and there to see who's got the biggest cojones or the best skills in their own regions and whatnot. But having something like this, APAC finals, what have you, it just allows us to get a bit more insight on how these regions fare up against each other. And now I think we are gonna supposedly should be starting, because we saw Too Easy Gaming now buying up into the more aggressive weapons. Double Bulldog, or not Bulldog, but FAMAS rather. Give me the buy 4 though.
Yeah, I like the Bulldog. It's a pretty good gun.
It's a good animal. It's a good pet. I love it.
It's a pretty good pet. I'd put it up there with the operator somewhere. But yeah, memeing aside, all right. 5 seconds left. We're about to get into it. Let's go. All right, we're ready. Why? Why did you
it gives
I just got teased so hard. I thought we were doing it. So now we know it was you. It wasn't me. It was you. It was you. I blame you.
Fine. It's okay. I'll take full responsibility for that.
Okay. Wait, let's go. Back into the game. Looking like an A execute here for 5entry. 5 men, A main. What you gonna do? They get smoked off, doesn't matter. Spawn gets 1, gets a second. And they're just gonna mow them down. Laprasu, only 1 HP. Sorry, 3 HP. still able to find a kill with a Glock, almost finding the damage for a second. SK Wow had 17 left, the bullet away from meeting his fate. Brings us into a 12-5 scoreline. That's a really big win here for 2 Easy Gaming.
They haven't stopped at all. 5entry now at least has the economic prowess to buy up into the AKs. And they do have a good chunk of utility on themselves. What's going to be the play here? Just a straight up rush onto the B apps, onto the site? That could be. But look at this smoke being thrown out. The lineups from 2 Easy Gaming, that's going to stop them from just bleeding into the sites here ever so quickly. And Laprasu, oh, he still was able to challenge. Does he have the angle? Well, the answer to that is a resounding yes. And maybe, just maybe, this is enough. Omkar going to be throwing out a couple of his utility there just to make him honest for the moment. But this could actually be a winnable round for 5entry. But once again, the crossfires and everything just being guarded down. It seems like they're just contained, and 5entry, they're the lost boys here. They don't know where to have to go because even if they try to, these setups for 2 Easy Gaming, they're just stopping them.
That's a big gamble here for 2 Easy Gaming. They're gambling on stacking all 4 of their eggs on B. They will have to deal with a lurk player. Let's see how that comes into fruition. But now they hear the footsteps that they are towards A. Axel Blaze looking for some damage here. Spawn is able to find one, bringing us to a 2v4. Flash is coming in. Retake now beginning. Spawn finds another. Okinawa-kun, the last person left standing, trapped here on default. Finding a first. Good for a second. Looking for the third to bring his team to a clutch here. Is peeking out, but no, it's Omkar09 with the victory on this. Bringing it back for 2 Easy Gaming. It was scary for a second, but Okinawa-kun was able to pick off 2 heads before he goes down here. Another round for 2 Easy.
He was just a tad bit off from clutching that. Almost went the distance. Okinawa-kun and Laprasu, the only ones who have, I think, the highest kills for 5entry, 15 and 17 kills apiece. I mean, they're doing a lot of good jobs, but right now, it's just not enough because they have the ability to get a lot of kills. But it seems like their clutch genes are not worn to work for the moment. SK Wow, who's going to challenge him first? Peek me through the window. I dares you. But it is going to be smoked onto that catwalk. There's going to be a nice little angle there from SK Wow as it drops in. Ooh. He will get another. This is actually really good here for 2 Easy Gaming because even if SK Wow did go down, Omkar just picks up the slack by pushing through that to that B short. And now Anime, with the Galil, it's going to be an uphill battle for him to just be able to even take any part of control in the middle of the map.
Oh, that's a big round to find. Getting closer and closer to match point. Anime will have his work cut out for him. Has to get a 1v3 clutch if he wants to save his team for going into another eco here. They don't have a lot of money at all, not by any means here. And so he's just going to creep up. Anime trying to get through jungle. And he's going to be able to... He's going to get spotted here by Omkaru, who will win the duel here. But Omkar has a good angle. It's a difficult angle to win. Yeah, no way you can win this angle. Murder hole indeed. And it's going to be 14-5 here. 2 Easy Gaming's this much closer to winning the first map.
Just a bit more. 2 more rounds before they close this one out, and what's going to be left for the options here for 5entry? They need to get something. That's why you're seeing them just buy up straight. I don't think they should have some money to work into the next round, but this is going to be, I think, the biggest gamble of it all. They just have to set things up, but oh, like the spot flash. He has to be ready for this, but look at that angle from Axel Blaze. He just knows that he got flashed, and he immediately tucked himself to the left, and he just sprayed on high, and it still caught him off guard. This 1-for-1 trade, that's pretty good, but this shot connector, even better. Yeah,
good shot right there to bring his team to a one-man advantage now, 4v3. See what they can do as, again, it's Spawn who has just been so lethal for his team. Time and time again, able to find opening picks or holding down sites, locking them down. Has really been a bastion, a stalwart for his team. And there's very little that they can do on the side of 5, and nice shot right there from Daiki. And it's still a difficult round here. They only have a scout and 1 AK, so let's see what they can find here. They will be able to trade that up for an M4 though. That's a bit of a myth. No, it's fine. It's a good flash for now though. But what can they do? Enter into the site, quick taps, the Galil. It's enough to do a little bit of damage. Not enough to find a kill. Very good shot yet again from Paradox. It's able to find that one. 15-5. Match point already for 2Easy Gaming.
That was just beautiful. The hold on the B apps using the edge of the exit, that small little wall, to basically use multiple angles to hold your opponent is just shows you how much knowledge, how much experience 2Easy Gaming has per player. I'll just bounce onto the grenade. That's going to be perfect because they're going to go to the meat grinder here. It's actually not just the meat grinder. They actually go for a whole shish kebab of just drilling through the mollies, and only that pursuit to the remain. He's caught rocking a hard place. Peeks right out. I do like that he was able to get the kill, but he still needs to deal with the Ford to clutch this round out and maybe give them a chance to win. But it's not going to work out in the end, and that's going to be the W for, of course, 2Easy Gaming. We're going to Dust 2 with them having the 1-up.
1-0 here. 2Easy Gaming commanding lead. Very, very good start for them. Winning the map pick of 5entry and